Hello, welcome back. Rome is mine. And soon the rest of the Mediterranean will be mine. Just want to capture Alesia. I think I'm going to quit after Alesia and maybe attack Carthage just to get some cities and score off of him. How many turns are left, I wonder? Future text in 12 turns. And, I'm not really going. I'll be able to get it, definitely. Because the 20 turn timer always shows up. And future tech is worth score, so that's good to get that. If they can. Look at that, the Persians have been crushed. Alright, so let's see what's in the news today. Wait, there you go. Reuters. While I get whooped. Oh, I did it. I did the whooping. I didn't get whooped. New York attack suspect followed Islamic State plans. Okay, so it does seem to be the Islamic State actually did plan and support the attack. But wasn't it? Didn't he come in like 2010? That was before the Islamic State. Perhaps. Excuse me. The Islamic State has actually fallen. So I believe it's completely fallen. Has Raqqa fallen? I don't know. The majority of the 18 Islamic State-inspired attacks carried out in the United States since September 2014 were the work of attackers who developed radical views while living in the United States. So, this means... Now, he came in on the diversity... And it doesn't actually say... Oh, I skipped it. Kuzmo said Safarov had been radicalized while living in the United States. So that means that you shouldn't stop the visa that let him in, since he was radicalized in the U.S. He was not a radical when he came. There was some special visa, a diversity visa, which, I don't know. I'm not sure I like that either. I think if you're just liberal about who you let in, you'll be plenty diverse. You don't need a specific diversity visa. And the travel ban. I don't think it's a Muslim ban. The travel ban, I don't think it's a Muslim ban. Because, while Trump may want it to be a Muslim ban, most Muslims are not affected by it. Okay. Sapayov became religious on the spur of the moment and couldn't get enough of the religious freedoms enjoyed in the United States. That's interesting. Do not want chain migration. Okay. Apparently Trump has cut anti-terrorism funding, and there is a George Washington University program on extremism. Those are some interesting facts from this news story. Spoke English poorly. Anyway, I believe this is the first terrorist attack, I think that at least that I've heard of, in Manhattan since 9/11. This is part of the sponsored content. Harvard economist warns $700 goal by 2018. Fed keeps rates unchanged. Remains on road to December hike. So I need a car loan soon. So at December, I should get it right before that hike, so that'll be good. Although that's not really how it works. I wonder what are the futures. Raise rates twice this year. Okay, so its current range is between 100 and 125 basis points. Ah, this is interesting. The Fed has changed their preferred inflation rate to 1.3 from 2%. Used to be 2% was the preferred inflation rate, now it's 1.3. Maybe because inflation simply wasn't happening and they needed to do something. So that's interesting. Unemployment rate's down. Okay, so December 12th through 13th. I'll have the loan before then, is when the FOMC is meeting next. Will it be in Jackson Hole? I love Jackson Hole. They have the largest arch made of antlers in the entire world. In Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Okay, so most people think that Trump will pick Powell to be the new Fed chair. U.S. lawmakers released a sample of Russian-bought Facebook ads. Trump does not recall advisor's suggestion of Putin meeting. They picked the worst pictures of his face. Trump calls for ending visa program after NY attack. Former Yahoo CEO, Equifax CEO, to testify at Senate hearing. Marissa Mayer, obviously, will testify before a U.S. panel on 2 data breaches. Okay. Okay, so Verizon has bought Yahoo. I was not aware of that. Okay. Equifax, we all know this stuff. Alright. That was pretty bland story. The Senate is about to meet with various people in charge of data breaches. Nothing's actually happened. No one commented. Tech companies join in support to rumors challenging Trump. This happened a while ago. I don't know why it's still in the news. Let's see. Court document shows Manafort wealth ties to Russian oligarchs. This was interesting. UK Defense Minister Fallon resigns in growing harassment scandal. Yes, that was very interesting. The first, I get like updates from a lot of different news sources on my phone because they're all just set to notify me stuff. And the first one I get a lot is from Le Monde, the French newspaper, and that's where I got this one. Dustin Hoffman says sex harassment claim not reflective of who I am. Is no one going to deny it? Maybe is it easier not to deny it? I wonder. I've never seen anyone deny these charges. I mean, surely. I don't know. It can't be that everyone who accuses someone of something is telling the truth. It just can't be. Alright, let's go back to this UK Defense Minister. Touching a prisoner's knee. I don't see a problem with that. I don't see a way you can touch someone's knee and have it be in any way inappropriate. It may be unwanted, but people are going to touch your knee. If you're talking to someone, they might touch your knee. It's something they might do. Touching the knee. I'm sure there were other things. Here's an interesting quote. Many of these have been false, but I accept that in the past I have fallen below the high standards that we require of the armed forces. I have reflected on my position, and I am therefore resigning as Defense Secretary. I think he's doing a good job here. Now that is weird. Okay, so one of the ministers, I don't know if it's the same one, asked a female secretary to buy sex toys. That's just weird. Don't do that. For how June. And it's weird how people react to all these things. I don't know. I think, there's like a gradient of inappropriateness. And we've all done things that are slightly inappropriate. Be really cool. I know what the thing I've done that's most inappropriate. Be really cool if I could say it, but I'm just not going to. Be an interesting conversation to have with people. What's the most sexually harassing thing you've ever done? And I'll tell you what. The thing I think I did. The thing I did that I don't know what it was. I had a better sentence and it involved the word think. But I don't know. Anyway, I've been touched by people and I've been uncomfortable, but it's just what people do sometimes. Especially the ones that I've been touched. Okay, so... And the one I was thinking of, it was at work, and she was sort of my boss. Not really, but... she was above me. I shouldn't be talking about this. Especially if I shouldn't be talking about other people, and I don't want to talk about me. And yet I already let things slip about other people and nothing about me. But although when I talk about other people, I can keep secret who they are. If I talk about me, you know it's me. Huh. Anyway. So Dustin Hoffman, not reflective of who I am. I guess we would just get drunk and do things. Is what a lot of this is. I don't know. Wall Street edges higher after Fed holds steady on rates. I don't think I've made any advances in this war. Am I at peace? I wonder if I'm at peace with Gaul. Well, that's Reuters. Oh, I guess I can go to the Wire, the News Wire. That's a little bit boring, I think. North Korea's in the news. There's a very inappropriate joke involving the word soul. It's not in the news, it's just a joke that I thought of that I'm not going to tell. Awaiting Trump's coal comeback, miners reject retraining. Why on earth would you do that? I mean, it's something to do. If you're not working now, I mean, it's something to do. They're undersubscribed. Okay. So if they're undersubscribed, then it's not a bad idea to give them less money. The Appalachian region has lost 33,005 mining jobs. Coal has increased output, but driven by foreign demand, not domestic. Coal miners are resisting retraining without ready jobs. Again, what does it hurt to get trained? If you're not working, I see if you don't if you have a job, you don't want to go to night classes for a job, for a better job that might not come. But if you're not working, go to school. How hard is that? West Virginia and Kentucky, coal resources have been depleted. That's another issue. Even if coal demand lasts forever, there's only so much of it. Oh, I read the end of the sentence, this paragraph without the beginning. Federal retraining works better where the coal is actually gone, rather than it's just a decrease in demand, like West Virginia and Kentucky. So it's just Pennsylvania where people are not getting retrained. But of course, Pennsylvania is, as a state, large enough to fund a lot of this. They're close enough to Pittsburgh, a major center. And they could just, you know, go become Amish if you want. That'd be fun. I'd love to live amongst the Amish for a bit. Out of work minors, so they are out of work. Go to school. But it says there's no income during training. But there's no income no matter what. Whether you get trained or not. Oh, yeah. $13 an hour. They're trying to pay coal miners $13 an hour. Wow. Surely, that is so low. I'm not just saying coal miners should be paid more than that. That's my gut of what the market is. Coal miners should be paid more than $13 an hour. They should be getting about 70 grand a year, I think. That's my gut in the market. There must be just too much supply of coal miners, especially in those areas. So I am at war. I'm coming in. Looks like I ran out of troops in Italy. But I am coming back in from... I'm sending reserves from Greece. Sorry, I got into my news reading. I didn't really pay much attention. Again, I gotta fix that. My computer here is not hooked up to the internet that I record these on. So I can't pop up the news on the screen here and look at both. Anyway, I should figure out something so I can watch the screen and read the news. Anyway, and it's a good bit. I like this bit. Well, for the third time anyway. Bye.